Hey guys, movie recap here. Today we're gonna do the recap of the movie, The Maid, from 2014. The story begins with Jack, a troublesome teenage boy that rides a taxi to his dad's house. They have a difficult relationship, and Jack says he's only there a few days because Donald, his dad, asked him to. Jack doesn't like the place. He wonders what is he doing there, has a drink, and then gets some sleep. The next day Jack is smoking a cigarette in a window and sees a girl doing some laundry outside. He comes down and gets out of the house to watch her. Then his dad arrives and tells him her name is Maria, a woman he hired to help around the house. Maria and Jack meet and Jack is a little shy. Jack's dad leaves and Maria offers Jack a drink. He looks amazed by her and they start speaking. Jack says he is not very close to his dad, and then Maria asks if he's close to his mother. Jack is clearly offended and leaves, because his mother is dead. Maria says that her boss had told her that he was divorced, that Jack is affected and grabs his camera. He then goes into a forest and takes some pictures. In the way, Jack finds a girl who says hi to him. He returns home and Maria says goodbye, but Jack apologizes for being rude to her earlier. She decides to stay and asks about his mother. Jack says he has a complicated life and smokes another cigar. Maria is interested in him. Linda was his stepmother and his father divorced her recently. Jack reveals that her mother died during childbirth and even admits feeling responsible for it. The next day, Jack's dad invites him to dinner but he refuses and decides to take pictures outside instead. A girl approaches him and introduces herself. Her name is Becky, the girl that had been around Jack when he was taking pictures. She invites Jack to have a drink, but he refuses and goes back to the house because he sees Maria passing by. He then photographs her while she is concentrating on reading a magazine in the garden. Jack is about to turn 18 and says to Maria that he thinks that the girls his age are immature. Also that he lives in the United States with Donald, his uncle. Maria tells Jack that she understands because she also has had problems with her parents. She also admits that she also lost someone some time ago. Later, Jack shows Maria a picture of his mother. They talk, but Jack once again leaves angry because she asked about his birthday. Jack says he can't celebrate his birthday because he'd be celebrating the day his mother died. Maria catches up to him in his room and tells him her story. At 16, she got pregnant and his boyfriend didn't want her to have the baby, but she did. She also hid from her parents, but they found out eventually. They forced her to give him adoption. Jack says he's sorry and comes close to her. Maria cries, but they smile at each other. Then Jack's dad arrives and asks Maria to do something for him. Jack rages again, and his dad tells him he'll be away during his birthday. His dad says he'll make up to him and that she asked Maria to stay while he was away. Maria comes to the house and Jack says that his stepmother was the reason he decided to go to live in the United States with his uncle. He also tells her that he found out at age 6 that she was not his mom, and that she was happy that day. They spend the next day together without saying much, and Jack remembers the photo he took of Maria and touches himself. The next day, a guy called Jacob says hi to Maria and asks her to invite him for a coffee. He was an old boyfriend, and she dumped him because he wanted to get married and she didn't. Jack hears the conversation from the stairs. Jacob says he is still in love with Maria, and that he wants to start again. She doesn't look very convinced. Jack then comes down for lunch, and Maria says happy birthday. Jack says thank you, and that he wants a gift. Jack says that she wants Maria for his birthday. Maria says that he can't be serious, and Jack says that they have a connection. Maria says that she sees Jack just as a friend. Jack says he loves Maria, and that he loves him more than Jacob could. Jack touches Maria's breast and she slaps him. Then, the girl from before showed up to the house and invited Jack out, and this time Jack complies. The girl asks Jack to be his boyfriend, and he says he wants something for his birthday. She says her parents' house is alone. Jack says he can't because she likes another girl. Jack returns home and drinks another shot of rum. He finds Maria in the kitchen drinking wine and crying. Maria stands up and Jack says he loves her again. Jack asks her to love as if he was her son. They hug each other and Jack starts touching her. Maria tells him to stop because she feels it's wrong. But then she lets Jack undo her dress. Jack touches and kisses her and Maria starts crying and leaves. They sit in the living room together and Maria asks if Jack has ever had sex. Jack says he will leave, and also that he would kill himself if Maria abandoned him. Maria says she would not, and kisses Jack. She doesn't seem very happy about it at first. Maria undoes her dress and guides Jack into touching her and kissing her. Then they make love. After that, Maria convinces Jack to speak to his father and open up to him. Jack promises her he'll do it. Late that day, Maria is making lemonade and Jack starts kissing her. At that moment, Jack's dad arrives at the house and gives him a present. Then he invites his son for dinner, but Jack refuses again. Maria goes to Jack's room and once again convinces him to go out with his dad. Jack drinks another shot of rum and goes to the living room with his dad. They drink wine, and Jack starts opening out to his dad about his feelings. His dad admits that he only got married again so that he didn't grow up without a mother. Jack says that he thinks his father has always blamed him for the death of his mother, but he says he hasn't ever been that way. Jack's dad asks for forgiveness and Jack falls asleep, drunk. The next day Jack wakes up and meets Maria in the street. They go to a park and hang out for a while, and then they go to Maria's place and make love. Maria then cries and tells Jack that she managed to find her son, but she found that he had been killed in an accident. She feels guilty for it. They hug and then start making love again. They then talk for a while and fall asleep together. Jack returns home and his dad says he has the ticket ready for Jack to leave the next morning. Jack goes to his room and watches Maria's picture again. The next morning, Jack is getting ready for his flight when he finds his father's birthday present, still unopened. He packs it in his bag. He says goodbye to Maria and kisses her before he gets in his taxi. Then he says goodbye to his dad and hugs him. Maria goes and visits her mother after a lot of years. Her mother cries and Maria sits next to her and hugs her. Have a look to the other videos and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on notifications and leave a comment to help the channel. Thanks guys for watching.